Hello everyone and welcome to a review-ish for Star Wars The Force Awakens. As you can tell by the sound quality, the microphone is not fixed, still no tripod, and also I'm currently at home, so this is my old room, but now there is a painting here because stuff. But you don't want to hear me talking about that, you want to hear me talking about Star Wars The Force Awakens. First, of course, general opinion without spoilers. I really like the movie. It's great to see Star Wars back again and you can actually like it. Since I reacted to the teaser trailer for Force Awakens and over this time of like a year, I have become more of a Star Wars fan. I rewatched all the movies, I watched the Clone Wars TV show, I'm now watching Rebels the TV show. And yeah, I like Star Wars, which I did when I was younger, then I didn't, and now I do like Star Wars again. And this movie, it just solidifies all of that, like, yes, I do like Star Wars, it's really cool. I do not like the prequels that much, I don't hate them, but it's just, I just genuinely think that they are not good movies, directing-wise, script-wise, acting-wise. Like, there's a bunch of stuff in those movies that doesn't really sit well with me. But hey, it's back now, and it's good. Since this is a review-ish, I'm just gonna ramble about stuff that I remember from the movie. Now, of course, spoilers. So let's start talking about the new characters. Like, I like every character in this movie. I don't think there was a character that I disliked, which is fucking phenomenal. Finn is probably the one I like the least, but that's not, I don't dislike him. It's just that out of every character that I really liked, he was the one that I liked the least. It's just because I didn't really get how he could have so much personality as a stormtrooper immediately after he leaves. I think it might have been better if his personality developed throughout this new trilogy. That's me nitpicking because while watching the movie, I had no problems with that. It's just like after and thinking about it. And Finn's very short bromance between him and Poe, it's really good. Let's talk about Poe. Poe was only in it for like 10 minutes or something, maybe even less. I was totally expecting Poe to be a bit of a douche, but no, he's like the most likable dude in the galaxy. Holy shit. Like, him and Finn, they say literally 3 sentences to each other. That's not 3, but they say 3 sentences to each other, and I'm already like, oh my god, you're bros, bromance, like, holy shit, like, already, like, whoa. Also, this might have just been me overanalyzing stuff, but when Poe and Finn are talking to each other before Poe goes off, to defeat Death Star 3.0, the way they looked at each other and talked to each other, I was like, wait, are they building up a romance between these characters? Because I could have sworn the way they looked at each other. Of course they're not gonna, it's just a romance because 2 dudes. The audience of today would never be okay with that. It would be like fucking outrage. Me personally, I would think it would be hilarious and something new, but I totally get by it's not gonna happen. Bromance is totally fine. Now let's talk about, in my opinion, the most important person in this entire movie, and that is of course Rey. Already from the beginning, fucking loved Rey. Like, she's in her little AT-AT, like, I think that's what they call it, the walker. She has a rebel helmet, she has like a doll of a rebel, like maybe she's made that doll or something, I don't know. We don't know. Her past is a mystery, which is, it's intriguing. Throughout the movie, she definitely had, this sense of wonder. Like, she's heard a bunch of these stories about the Jedis, about the Force, about Luke Skywalker. I mean, she knew who Luke Skywalker was, like, based on rumors. She knew who Han Solo was. Like, also she has a walking stick that she can, like, kick people's asses with. She knows mechanical stuff. She even knows how to fly, but does she know how to fly? Or maybe it's just the Force that binds us and guides us, because, spoiler alert, she's a Jedi. Well, she's not a Jedi. She's a Force-sensitive person who probably will become a Jedi thanks to Luke Skywalker. And that was a theory that I and many people had, like Finn wasn't going to be a Force-sensitive person, but rather Rey was. I think we were correct. I really liked her character. She's basically Leia, Han, and Luke in one person. Now let's talk about Kylo Ren, the new bad guy who people have mixed feelings about. They're either saying that he's one of the best parts of the movie, or they're just saying that he's a whiny bitch. I think he's not the best character in the movie, but I think he's a good character. He's an intriguing character. He's not one-dimensional like Darth Vader was in the first movie. The only reason as to why you like Darth Vader so much is because of all of this history. You know so much about Darth Vader. All you know about Kylo Ren is what's in this movie. I really like that we have a bad guy who isn't just a straight-up bad fucking, I'm gonna kill everyone because I'm evil type of character that's been in every Star Wars movie. There's always a character that's just bad because he's bad. Here we have a person who wants to be bad, but he can sense the light side coming and he doesn't want the light side. That's like completely mixing things up. Usually it's a light side person and then dark side is pulling to him, but now the light side is pulling to this person. I think that's very intriguing, and it's not something that we've seen before. And he's also Ben Solo, Han and Leia's son. Like, heartfelt. For me, Kylo Ren was what Anakin wasn't in the prequels. I never saw Kylo Ren in this movie as whiny. He looked emotional, but that's just because he was played by a great actor who can show emotions. He's not the strongest dark side person ever. He's like a showboater. Like he stops a lightning bolt. He does like all this flashy stuff. He's filled with rage and like destroys everything. Like, he's obviously a very emotional person who's very confused by his feelings and everything, and he feels like the only way to let go from the light side was to kill his father. That's why he kills Han Solo. Han Solo and Chewbacca, they're both great. Leia, also great to see her back. She doesn't really do much in this movie, but like the fact that she's there, cool. Luke, fucking Mark Hamill, how much did you get paid for this movie? You show up in like 10 seconds and then you don't have to say a thing. God damn it. Now I'm gonna talk about the controversial lightsaber fights. I don't buy the flashy stuff from the prequels. It was one of my favorite things to watch when I was a child. Now, all of this, it doesn't make fucking sense. It's fun to watch, sure, but like, just hit a dude. I really like that the lightsabers are now heavy again like they were in the original trilogy. They're heavy. Every hit, you feel like, oh my god, they're gonna kill each other, bang, bang! And I don't think that many have a problem with the choreography. It's the fact that Rey and Finn basically are able to beat Kylo Ren. Now let me explain why I have no problems with how they did that. For multiple times in this movie, when Chewbacca shoots someone with his crossbow laser type of thing, 2 times Han Solo looks at him and goes, nice. Even one time he takes it, shoots it at the ground, and fucking explosion comes. Obviously, this weapon is some form of special weapon because Han is very impressed by it, and then after Han dies, Chewbacca shoots that impressive weapon right in Kylo's stomach. He should be dead, but he's not, and he's actually bleeding. You see him he hits himself multiple times where the wound is, probably to get feeling back in his body, because I completely understand that he is not his best self right now. I'm pretty sure he gets burned in one of his shoulders by Finn, and then he slices Finn's like back. He got shot by apparently an impressive weapon, because they referenced that the weapon is impressive like 4 times in the entire movie. And also Kylo Ren is not a master at this. He's probably not had that many lightsaber battles. Like the Supreme Leader Snoke or whatever he's called, he even says like, bring Kylo Ren back to me to complete his training. Already that should make you guess like, oh, okay, I get it. He's not a full Jedi Sith person. And when he starts talking with Rey like, I can train you and stuff, you can definitely see like the panic in his eyes. Like, he probably can't hold out for much longer. And then when she starts beating the crap out of him, I don't see that as Rey doing it. I see it as the Force is guiding her movements. It's guiding her to duck. It's guiding her to do this. Like, the Force is awakened inside of her. It's just like how she learns to fly. It's probably the Force. Like, that's how we can explain everything. Magic. Because that's basically what the Force is. I will say though, in the future, I want more Force stuff. I love telekinesis, so I want to see more Force. But don't overdo it. Overall, in my personal opinion, this was a very safe movie. Definite references, like over-the-top references to A New Hope. Too much, in fact, I would say. I think that the First Order, they were intimidating enough without this giant planet Death Star thing. So that is one of the criticisms of the movie that I completely agree with. Like, you maybe had too many references to the original Star Wars movie. But I also think like J.J. Abrams, the director, everyone working with this movie had so much pressure to make people happy with it. And I think they definitely succeeded. And I also think that the sequels, they will be much better for it. Like, now they don't have to make references to the original Star Wars. Now they can do something else because they know that we like these new characters. Which is probably like the most important thing, like the fact that we do like these characters. It's not Anakin where you just hate him. I like Rey, and I know that the majority of people, they do like Rey, they do like Finn, they do like Poe. So the sequels is probably gonna have a bright future, and I can't wait to to see where they go with it, because I have no idea. But yeah, that's it for me rambling about Star Wars. What did you think about the movie? Did you like it? Did you not like it? I don't really put a grading system on it, so I'm just gonna say, like, go watch it. It's a fun movie. Goodbye.